Okay, we're about to start Tecmo Bowl number 11 for the 1998 season. Game should be starting shortly. And I'm going to post a link in case anybody wants to join. All right, let's see if my partner in crime, Dennis, is on. Da-da-da-da-da. All right. Chicago is the defending champions, trying to win two in a row. Cincinnati has already claimed 6 Tecmo championships. Looking for number 7 today. All right. Okay, I think we are presenting. All right. All right, here we go. Opening kickoff. Cincinnati's Michael Bates gets 27-yard return out to the 35. A couple of breakaway top runners here. We got Napoleon Kaufman and Barry Sanders. Short pass Michael Irvin, guess strong. Irvin picked up in an offseason trade to help boost Cincinnati's title chances this year. No Marino, Steve Berline in at quarterback. Ball at midfield. Looking to Chris Gedney. Guessed right. Levon Kirkland in the middle. 7-yard pickup, 2nd and 3. Berline's got a really high snap fumble. Let's talk about that. 17, meaning 17 out of every 1,000 snaps going on the ground. So we are close to a max on snap fumble. I don't know what the max is. It's around 25, so that's pretty high. There's a short gain on a pass to Ben Coates. Ball at the 30 of Chicago, 1st down. Berline opens 3 for 3. I'm going to try to watch, see if anybody joins here. Not yet. Okay. Kaufman goes for 5. Got picked in the charter draft. Bruce Matthews making the block there. There's off tackle left Kaufman. Guessed right. Beats defensive end. Grabs 6 yards. 1st and 10 at the Bears 19. These two teams met in 1995 in the championship game, and Cincinnati won that one. Just check messaging here. All right. 1st and goal to 7 after a 12-yard run by Kaufman. Here's a short pass to Ben Coates, incomplete. NFC's won 7 of the 10, or rather, AFC's won 7 of the 10 Tecmo Bowls, with Cincinnati claiming 6 of those 7. There's off tackle left. It's going to be 3rd and goal as Kaufman picks up a couple. Third and goal from the 5. Base set with blocking back Cam Ironhead Hayward. Not showing blitz. In run left, gets wrong. Got the zone loaded. Touchdown. Napoleon Kaufman gets in the end zone. And Pelfrey on for the extra point. It's through 7-0 Cincinnati. And Kenny Bynum's going to get 22 yards on the return out to the 25. This is a good year for Steve Young, I think. It's not his best card, mostly because he's not great guessed wrong long. But he's dynamite flat and short, and he's got great must runs. So lots of carries for Barry Sanders. He's got 34 allowed attempts, and fatigue kicks in at the 34th carry. So basically 33 unfatigued carries and then 1 to grow on. Here we go. 1st down. 3-4 defense for the Bengals. It's going to be short to Leslie Shepard, double teaming Martin. Got 0 at the corner over here. And Shepard beats that 0. We're taking a 5 to stop it. We got 0 at 3 of the 4 defensive backfield positions. Got a 5 at strong safety guarding Ricky Dudley. Dudley's got a great flat card. He's one of those guys that can eat you alive with guessed right plus 10s. Here's a long gain. Barry Sanders opening with 56 yards. He's going to get inside the 10 before being pulled down at the 7. We saw some of that in the NFC Championship game. Barry Sanders breaking off plus 44 for 20-something yard touchdown run. Then had like a 60-yard touchdown run later in the game. So Sanders opens with a bang, and he has announced he will retire after this game. So he's trying to go out on top. 56 yards right off the bat. Short to Wycheck, incomplete. 2nd goal. Barry Sanders with that long gain, guessed right and wrong on Snake Eyes. So beware of the bear. Showing blitz. Second and goal at the 7 and run left Barry. Guess wrong. It's only going to get one there. As you see, Barry's kind of big hits and not a whole lot in between. Plenty of big hits. You're not going to complain about that card at all, but you'll have to wait occasionally for the big plays to get your 5-6 yards carry. He's already got a 56 yarder in the books, so a +1's not as hard to stomach when you're sitting on the opponent's 6. Oh, there's a sack. Gilbert Brown gets through. It's only a 4, but the Bears are not strong in pass blocking, so he's going against pass blocker 2, and that will force a field goal, and it's 7-3. Short kickoff to the 15, 20-yard return. It's going to give Cincinnati the ball at their own 35, up 7-3. Kaufman's got 22 allowed carries for the game, and he's got 5 yards there on a flat pass from Berline. 2nd and 5. Tim Batuka in it, running back, and there's a little flat pass to Gedney for 10. Berline starting out hot, 5 of 6 for 50 yards. Short pass, Michael Irvin, guessed right. Bears do have some pass rush, +11, first down. It's not a great pass rush, but they definitely have some, and they can bring some additional pass rush from Kirkland and especially Bryce Pop, who's a 10. And running at Pop, he doesn't make the play. 5-yard pickup, 2nd and 5. Cincinnati's been moving well early in the game. Good secondary for the Bears. They've got Aeneas Williams guarding Michael Irvin. Looking big coats, guessed wrong, +11. Bengals are rolling off of the cards they want to early on. Short to Thigpen. It'll be incomplete. 2nd and 10. Thigpen guarded by Ray Crockett, a 5. And I've got good safeties here on Chicago, too. John Lynch and Steve Atwater. Atwater's a 5, playing free safety at the moment. Here's a 1-yard pickup for Kaufman, guessed right. Had he been guessed wrong, that would have been a +5. 3rd and 9 now at the Chicago 22. Got 2 guys that will contain you every time, and then a 4 at left linebacker. So we'll probably see 3rd down runs of 5 or more going around right end. There's a draw to Kaufman. So he's not thinking that here. He's willing to give up the possible containment, thinking maybe either get the box or there's no guarantee that Levon Kirkland's going to stay at home. So Cincinnati will take the field goal and go up 10-3 here. There's a short kickoff return of 12 yards out to the 15, and that's where Chicago will take over, down 10-3. And we're almost done with the first quarter. Short to Tony Martin being double teamed by a linebacker. So we still look at the receiver card, and Tony Martin gets 16 yards. Martin had a big long gain on a look in the NFC Championship game, got roughly 45 yards, but one of those big plays that helps you flip the field. Martin, as you see, has a long gain on 11, guessed right on a short pass. So he's definitely got some pop. Not Bryce pop, but he's got pop. All right. We got Dennis joining. Let me get him on board.
Hey, Dennis. Hey, Tim, go back to full screen. Go back to the podcast and switch it back to full screen.
Hey, Dennis, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing great.
So what did I miss so far?
Well, Cincinnati's drove well. No big plays that I could think of, but they got a touchdown. The Bears' first play, I believe it was Barry Sanders pops for like 56. And they had to settle for a field goal, and then Cincinnati drove for a field goal. So each team has scored on the first 3 possessions.
How many championships now for Jay? This is amazing.
It's like 43, I believe. I lost count after about 25, but no, he's going for number 7 today. It's going to be a 14-yard pickup to Leslie Shepard. Bears trying to win back-to-back and make it 3 in a row for the NFC. Go, NFC!
Yeah, that's another strong team that, thanks to Steve for putting together, but the finishing touches there have not, the quality of the drafts have not dropped off now that now that Rick's in charge. But Steve put such a strong base together. It's an amazing team.
Yeah, I feel like he did a great job around the edges, trading down a few years when he had picks and maybe getting 2 second rounders instead of and a future second instead of taking like the second or third overall pick. He really built the base of the team up, I thought.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, here's Barry being keyed. He's got 4 yards and got a first down. Chicago at their own, or actually at the Cincinnati 30 now, threatening again.
So go back to the Chrome and go back to full screen because we're still on the minimized screen.
Thanks for bringing that up.
Perfect.
Here's Barry off tackles, going to lose a yard, 2nd and 11. So if Cincinnati wants, they could go 3-3-5 here, but they'll stay 3-4. Looking to Dudley, double teamed. Dudley's, I'm mentioning earlier, has got one of those killer flat pass cards where he's got like 20 chances of 10 yards guessed right on a flat pass.
Yeah, he's burned me a few times in our 2 games.
Yeah. We tried to double him a lot when I played him because I hate just giving up those flat passes like that. I want a chance at a sack or a pick or something like that if I'm going to be giving up 10 yards at a time. I don't want to just see it on a flat. Ooh, he misses the field goal. 2 through 8, 11 and 12, so he's not perfect, but tough to miss a field goal there. 10-3, Cincinnati early 2nd.
So any limitations that we have to worry about for either team? I know Kaufman's probably limited, right?
Yeah, Kaufman's got 22 and Barry's got 33. So lots of carries for Barry. We saw Tim B, the other
Bianca Patuca.
Yeah, I'm glad you can say it. That I had to like stare at the word. It's like, okay, one vowel at a time here, Tim. Okay, 2nd and 3. Aeneas Williams makes a nice play. It'll be 3rd and 2. Keeps him short of the first down. Required a 6, and he is a 6. So nice play there by Aeneas Williams. Short to Thigpen. Long gain, 40 yards.
Wow. Jay does a great job, just like Ed Barrow, of using that long pass at the right time.
A good job of using what?
The long pass, that weapon.
Yeah.
being aggressive but not overly aggressive, so that you run into a lot of picks. But each of Jay's championships, he's usually Marino's the one throwing it, but he knows when to throw a deep pass.
2nd and 9. Kaufman's used 9 of his 22 attempts so far.
And that's another thing that Jay does really well, is conserving those premium carries for key parts of the game. So he won't run out of carries.
There's a short gain, 20 yards. He's in the end zone. So Cincinnati quickly up by a couple of touchdowns here with the extra point, 17-3, mid-second. So Chicago's definitely going to feel a little bit of pressure, get some points on the board here, and that's going to help.
Yeah, long gain on the return.
We always think about those 12 long gain returns that you give up, and it's sort of like, well, hopefully that one was actually off the returner card. Didn't get the touchdown. But you hope it doesn't come up in a game like this. And I know Jay got I believe, touchdown return in the AFC Championship game. And if you got one on the card, you're always excited to get those, even if they don't end up being touchdowns. But you definitely would rather have gotten the points. But 1st and 10, ball at the Bengals 33.
Oh my goodness! I really hadn't paid attention much at all to the AFC, but Jay's doing this again with zeros at quarterback and a 0 at free safety. My goodness!
Yeah,
he's a wizard. Are we stuck? I know they're talking.
Mm-hmm.
We might be having a technical issue here.
What'd you say?
Said we might be having a technical issue. This seems to be taking a long time.
Yeah, I agree. Either somebody's dog needs to go out or we may be stuck. I'm going to refill coffee while we're waiting.
Yep, there we go. Got a new team member.
Hey, Rob.
There we go. We got a flat pass wrong for 5 yards on 1st down. 2nd and 2 after the 25. 25 up the Bengals. So that long kickoff return got them to 70 yards of field position, got them to the 30. Oh no, I'm sorry, to the 33. No, 30. Yeah, 30. Nope, 33. 33.
Yeah, 8-yard pickup there. So
it's hard to. I don't know if it's possible on your broadcast. Can you move that out so I can see the yard markers, and widen it a little bit? Because the broadcast only shows the. Yeah, just move that out. Just not that much. No,
okay.
No. Yeah, put it back. For whatever reason, your game's not showing the yard markers.
Yeah, and that's actually something I have meant to bring up to Jay. It's something about this Tecmo playoff league file because when I set it for other leagues, it'll show. I use Dan from the forums yard markers. It'll show in my other leagues, and it showed during the regular season, but in the playoffs, I can't get it to stick. I have even tried to change it during the game, so I'm not sure exactly what that is. And I thought, well, maybe it's turf or grass or some other thing that's keeping it from doing it, but I cannot get it to stick in the playoff league file. So oddity. It's
Let me
going to be
see.
third and 10
Yeah,
here.
it's working for me.
Hmm. I will give it a
Um,
shot here in a moment and see if I can
no,
get
no,
it.
I don't think there's anything you can do. I think that
Okay.
it's just what it is.
Yeah. Pickup of 12. That was a big pickup, actually. Down by 14. You don't want to take a field goal on third and 10. So big 12-yard pickup there. Steve Young finds Leslie Shepard.
If you want to share my screen, if that's important to you, I put it over there so you can see the yard marker.
And when Barry gets down to the 1.
He needed this drive.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, I think I'm sharing your screen now, Dennis.
Yeah, it looks good. There we go.
Okay. And I think Rob joined us. Hey, Rob, if you're just kind of listening in, that's fine, but feel free to jump in if you want. He got the touchdown. Big drives. Chicago really needed to get that drive, I felt like.
Oh
That's
my
kind of,
goodness, we just got a kick return touchdown that didn't show up on the graphics because it switched real quick.
yeah, unbelievable. Like I say, I'm almost sure he had one in the AFC Championship game as well. So 24-10. Chicago will start with 2 minutes left in the half, down 24-10 at their own 33.
So I was going to say it's an important stand for him to stop Jay from getting a touchdown, but that's a moot point. Now he's got to get his own touchdown to get back to a single score game before half.
It's going to be a 12-yard pickup.
And it looks like the Bears will get the ball first after the kickoff, so that'll help.
That is correct. Yeah, Cincinnati did receive the opening kickoff. All 3 timeouts left. We have a White Shoes Johnson mention.
Yeah, let's look at that return card. I didn't get a chance to even see it. Kick return touchdowns on 2, Michael Bates. Yeah, let's hit the snake eyes. He's got a punt return touchdown on 2 as well.
Then run right, Barry. And he's in range. Touchdown, 73 yards. So it'll count for a 55-yard touchdown.
Amazing.
Barry's got 10 carries, 133 yards in his farewell game.
These last few minutes have been great for anybody who'd bet the over today.
Yes. And the old adage, defense wins championships, takes a little bit of a hit.
And again, we didn't get to see the kickoff, so the graphics are a little bit delayed sometimes, but we'll see. Hopefully, that doesn't play too big of a part. But it's nice to have the yard markers there.
Yeah, and I'm watching the one without, and I felt like it was almost distracting not having the yard markers when I was playing games toward the end. It was sort of like I kind of got used to that, you know?
Yeah, like the old style. Or a really rainy game where the yard markers got washed out.
Second and 3, 52 seconds left in the half. Short to Irvin, guess wrong. 10-yard pickup, did not get out of bounds. He'll use a timeout.
Yeah, I would like to see Rick go to 3-3-5 here. There we go. Don't want to at least stay in the base defense in this situation with just 45 seconds left. Well, he doesn't listen to me though. Make him use those carries on the ground instead of giving him all that real estate to shoot at.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I'd rather make the guy use his timeouts and his rushing attempts. Short to Yancey Thigpen. One of the last dump offs before the 30-second end. He's going to gain 5, stay in bounds. It's going to be a timeout. Now you're down to one timeout, 37 seconds, 2nd and 5. Probably need about 15 yards to get to 50-50 field goal range.
I don't know. I like Jay using the timeout there. Keep the jump off and play for one more go around. Although he's running it. Looking to hit one of Nappy's big numbers, but misses it. The dreaded 5.
That got out of bounds at least. 3rd and 6.
Now, I used to think that 30 seconds there was still one more dump off in here, but I don't think that's true. Now there's the dump offs out off the table.
Yes, it is off. It's got to be more than 30 seconds, so I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
So this is where you have to protect your zeros and your 4s in the secondary. Once there's no dump off, that's an extra third of the time they're going to show up. Incomplete. So Cincinnati's, yeah. I feel if you're in a tie game, maybe you go for it there, but if you've got a lead, you don't want to just hand it over at midfield necessarily on 4th and 6. Kind of a feel of your team kind of decision there.
And the Bears also have a punt return touchdown on Snake Eyes. With some big numbers, 5, 9.
Oh, yeah. Is that Jaquez Green?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was one of those guys. The number 2 guy's not so scary, Amani Toomer. And during the regular season, I was happy to see it go to Toomer. He came up on 2. He gets like 39 yards. So both those guys. Oh, there's a big sack. Godfrey gets through. And that's going to end the first half. Chicago did good. They got it back to a 1-score game, so they kind of accomplished what they wanted when they fell down 17-3 early.
Yeah, and then again 24-10. So
yeah,
twice trailing by 14. And a nice brisk pace, a little bit slower than Rick usually plays, but that's to be expected in a big game. It might be in the fourth quarter in a regular season game, 37 minutes in.
Yeah. So both teams putting up some offensive numbers. The Bears 212 first half yards, Cincinnati 196. Both teams running the ball about the same as they're passing it. Chicago with Barry, 11 carries, 139 yards rushing. Cincinnati 12 for 63, but they're also getting a great first half from Berline, 12 for 15, 133. And of course, we've had some big returns in this game. Also, 99-yard touchdown and a 52-yard non-touchdown by the Bears.
All right, so we got a quick 2-minute break. I'll be right back.
Okay. And I'll be right back as well. Refill coffee. Mm-hmm. Okay, we're about to start up again. Yeah, Jay's using the name Put 14 in the Hall during this season. I was unaware he was such a Craig Morton fan. 1st and 10, Bears at their own 33. I'd like to get down and get this game tied, or at least get a field goal out of the first drive. It's going to be off tackle guess wrong for Barry. Gets 1 yard. Flozell Adams, who will turn into a good tackle, is only a 4. And I believe this is his rookie year we're in. 2nd and 9. And run right, Barry. Guess wrong. 0. Right beside the touchdown roll. And at least in the games I played against Chicago and the ones I happen to see, on 3rd and long, he will go to a Barry Sanders or take Barry Sanders out of the game at times and leave Wycheck in, who's a decent pass blocker and very nice receiver, and go with the 3 wide receiver set to get Amani Toomer in the game. So 3rd and 9, incomplete. Looking for Ricky Dudley on a flat pass. And as we've talked about a couple of times, Dudley's loaded with +10, so good play there. 4th and 9, Tom Tupa on the punt. And Cincinnati taking over at their own 17, up 7. Looking to Ben Coates. Picks up 13. Once again, Cincinnati's rolling very well, hitting the rolls they need, going against a linebacker 6 guess right, and they get the maximum on a 2 roll. So offense is chugging along even when they're guess right or facing really good defenders. 7 yards for Ben Coates, so it'll be 2nd and 3. Tim Biakapatuka is going to take it off tackle left, gains 2 yards. So it's going to set up a 3rd and 1. You'll see a 2 tight end set with Kaufman. If you're the Bears, you'd like to find a way to stop this 3rd and 1. Don't want to allow Cincinnati to get a drive going here. And run right to the left, and he's going to lose 8 yards. So guess right was -8, guess wrong +6. So Bears do a good job. Avoid falling down by 2 scores. And it's going to be a 30-yard punt. Jaquez Green gets 17 on the return. So a 13-yard net's going to give Chicago the ball at the Bengals 44. Jaquez Green's got a great punt return card, as you can see. There's Barry's going to get 0 off tackle, guess right. 2nd and 10. Talked about it before. This is one of those areas of the field where Jay is very good. He's able to, even though you're threatening, he's able to keep you out of field goal range or allow a touchdown quite often. So it's double team on Wycheck. He's got a short game. Wycheck's man had blitzed, so that made the free safety the cover guy on Wycheck. That's why you're looking at the guess right instead of a double team card for Steve Young. And first down at the Bengals 31. He's got a good kicker, so he's roughly 2 through 8 range already. It's going to be off tackle right. Barry Sanders got 8 yards. I'm sorry, guess wrong for Barry Sanders. And it's 2nd and 2. Steve Young's got a good in-run card. However, like all quarterbacks, you risk, if it's guessed right, having those -7 type runs. Barry gets 3, beats the linebacker, Dante Jones. First down at the 20 of the Bengals. Off tackle right, Barry gets wrong. He's going to get 3, 2nd and 7. Barry's still got about 17 or 18 unfatigued carries, so still got some gas. 2nd and 7, not showing blitz. It's a flat pass left to Barry. Guess wrong. He's got 8 yards. First down inside the Bengals 10. So free safety blitz eligible here. Bengals are showing. I think most coaches would rather be at first and goal or first down on the 10 or 11, keep the flat pass open. It's going to be an incomplete pass to Leslie Shepard. 2nd goal. Martin and Shepard both guarded by zeros. So double teams are very possible. And run right, Barry, guess right. And he's going to lose 3 yards, get him out to the 12. So possible flat pass opened up, but now you're to the point where containment's back in play. He's going to take Sanders out and go with the 3 wide receiver, Wycheck at blocking back look. Again, the Bears don't really, one of their weaknesses, they don't really pass block very well. It's going to get a dump off here, -1. So John Carney on, attempt the short field goal. 30-yard field goal is good, and it's 24-20. Almost. Michael Bates gets 30 yards on the kickoff return. Almost breaks another. There's 8-yard pickup. Flat pass to Kaufman. And Gedney makes a catch for 7 yards there. Berline's hot, 16 out of 19 early. It's long to Thigpen. Nobody in the zone, guarded by 5. It's going to get 28. And then the ball's on the Bears 19, down to 2 minutes in the third quarter. There's Levon Kirkland coming up. Second and 9. Off tackle left. It's going to get 4 yards, set up a 3rd and 5. And again, you got a couple of 6-rated linebackers at right linebacker and middle linebacker. So they will make the play against containment every time. However, I don't think you can go 3-3-5 here as a 4-3 team. Oh, never mind. I thought it looked like a 3-4 for a second. My bad. It's 9-yard pickup. Big play. Gets the white die 6. If Cincinnati get on the board with a touchdown, it will put some pressure on the Bears to get points on their own. There's a keyed loss of 3. Bianca Batuka is not a big fumbler. He's got the minimum fumble. That's why it's only 9 chance there. So second goal from the 8, short to Thigpen. It'll be guessed wrong. Touchdown. And Cincinnati looking to extend their lead to 31-20 with a kick. Extra point is good. There's a kick to the 1, 11-yard return, no fumble. So 88 yards from the Bengals end zone. Chicago takes over, 14:06 left in the game. And run right, Barry. He's going to lose 3, guess right. Second and 13. Pickup of 2. Flat pass to Wycheck. It's going to be 3rd and 11. And as most people know in Strat, when you're down by more than 1 score, it's always a little bit later in the game than it seems. Short to Tony Martin. Going against a 0. It's going to be a dump off. Incomplete. 4th and 11. It's going to be a 46-yard punt and fair catch for Reggie Barlow. So Cincinnati taking over at their own 43, up by 11. Short to Irvin, 4 men in zone. Incomplete. Flat pass right. Kaufman, 2 men in zone. 6-yard pickup. Double team. Incomplete. Rick's had some good calls. Fourth and 4. Bengals are going to punt. They're going to kick it out of bounds, avoid Jaquez Green and Amani Toomer, and pin the Bears back at their own 8. 10:48 remaining. Flat to wide check. Empty zone. Pick up 13. First down. You really want a touchdown. I hate being down by 8 and feeling like it's a one possession game because you're sitting on a 50-50 chance of converting a 2-point conversion. So I almost kind of look at, if it's an 8-point deficit, I almost kind of look at it as a little bit more than a one possession to tie game, because extra point is no guarantee if you have to go for 2. Pick up a 4 there. So 2nd and 6, Bears at their own 25. And run Barry, guessed right, 0. Guessed wrong, 39. Good call by Jay. 3rd and 6. Got a middle linebacker 6. 5's on the outside. Kind of feel like you're going to go for it here if it's close. Short to Martin. 4 men in zone. 4 yards on the dump off. I feel like we'll see the Bears go for it here. If you don't make it, you can hold them to a field goal. It's still a 2-touchdown game. Bears are lining up to go for it here. Short to Martin. Guess wrong. It's got a long gain, 44 yards. Bears definitely needed that. So the ball's at the Bengals 27. And again, you're in field goal range, but you really want that as a last resort. You want to get the touchdown here if you possibly can. Kind of feel like you're going to need 2 touchdowns to win. So Tony Martin coming up with a big play, just as he did in the NFC Championship game. Off tackle Barry, he's going to lose a yard, 2nd and 11. Tick-tock, 7:12 left in the game. Still got to run your offense. Can't just pass. And Barry's definitely got a ways of sticking in the end zone on one run. There's a draw, guessed right. So it's going to show up keyed in one of those zones. It's going to draw a middle linebacker, probably. Yeah, I believe 2nd 11 is the key on the 3-3-5 there. He's got a yard. Interesting. Third and 10. You're at the 27. As much as you don't want to try a field goal, you don't want to sack and getting kicked out of field goal range and forced into a desperate fourth down try. You want to at least cut it to an 8-point game. So kind of torn between throwing a flat pass and trying to set up a good fourth down try and not getting sacked. Here we go. 7-yard run. Steve Young probably going to go for it here.
Hey, I'm back. Sorry about that. I got distracted by some family stuff.
No worries. He is going to kick the field goal here. I kind of feel like I was talking earlier, Dennis. I kind of feel like it's a little. I kind of feel if I'm down by 11, I'm kind of thinking 2 touchdowns. I just don't count on making a 2-point conversion.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It's 50-50 most of the time, and usually it seems like it's 40-60 in favor of the defense, or on the offensive side.
And even if you get it, all you've done is tied the game. So you're still, thinking maybe 50-50 of winning from that point on. So, I was, Mitchell, you can't not get points there, but you really wanted to get the touchdown. And
oh, my. Snap fumble. But the offense gets it back. That would have been huge.
It is. And Berline has got a 17-snap fumble, and it came up a 17 there. So,
wow.
Yeah, he must not be on the list of isotomer for spokesman. Yeah, we don't really want that guy's hands in our gloves, 18-yard pickup, big play there.
Yeah, Marino got all the ice under contract, so
yeah,
none left for Nappy or for Berline.
Yeah, super big play there, picking up 18 on long down and distance. That's going to eat up an extra minute and a half of the clock.
Chuck Levy. Who's Chuck Levy? I don't remember him.
Yeah, I don't either. I didn't watch a lot of football during this particular point that we're in, though. I was just kind of getting back into football and watching it kind of regularly. Kind of got more into baseball and basketball around this point. There's a look in, guess wrong to Kaufman. He's got a 6 in the zone, 7-yard pickup, first down. That's another big one. So down by 8. Cincinnati would love to get points, but if they just run a lot of clock, they're getting similar benefits just by getting some clock ran. But they're not looking to run clock. They're looking to move the ball. Close to an interception, but not. 2:42 remaining, 2nd and 10.
Hey Tim, you better share your screen. I can't get back in.
You got it.
Do they have a new game number?
No.
Earlier, for whatever reason, I can't get in on that game number. So go back to your screen. Oh, there it goes. Never mind.
Okay.
I'm back in. But I'm not presenting those. Let me do it again.
Yeah, there's 14 yards for Kaufman. He's going to set up a first down at the Bears 31.
You got to share my screen now. Sorry.
Yep.
Rick says too good. So I missed that touchdown drive in the third quarter or the fourth quarter for Cincinnati. How did he What is it? Just one of these methodical drives like we're seeing now?
Yeah, wasn't any big plays I remember. Just getting, getting important little plays like, guess right look in against the six linebacker, but you hit the +7, not the, linebacker X or short gain. So he's done a good job of just putting together, change to get the first downs and getting the occasional 13, 14-yard play.
Let's take a look at the Bengals field goal kicker because his only hope is for a missed field goal here. And 2 through 7 and 12, so he's got a chance if he keeps him out of the 23-yard line. That's wrong, but 2 men in zone there, so that's huge. 3rd and 10.
Stop the
Jay,
clock.
Jay would just like to get like 6, 7 yards to get in that possibility of getting adjusted forward. This has to be the single most dominant stretch that I can remember of any one person winning the league over and
Oh,
over
yeah.
again.
Oh, yeah. We saw some of it in the beginning days. About the time you and I joined Samifa, it was NFL Ed was winning a lot, and Paul had a couple of back to backs or a back to back set as well, I believe.
Yeah,
So
like
it's an
3 and 4 years or something.
11-point game now, so you're going to need like an immediate touchdown to come pretty quickly.
Yeah.
You had a almost miracle ending in a league the other day. I don't remember. I'm thinking it was Samifa where somebody had a snap fumble late in the game on a kneel down. No, a kneel down fumble, and then you got like a 34-yard return to almost like
Yeah.
come
Then he,
back, and then couldn't make the 12, 13 yards needed to tie the game or win.
right. He got a sack on that from the first down. He should have ran it, but he was plugging the zones all the time, and there was end run column was the best one for Gus Edwards, and I
But
I
that's
knew
why
I
you
would have a
never
man in zone.
That's why you never give up. You never know. Snap fumbles
Yeah.
or kneel down fumbles will happen. I was playing Bob opening game last year. I think it was maybe 2 years ago, and we had basically the game in hand. Kneel down fumble, like first play touchdown, and then he gets an onside kick and a touchdown. I mean, it's like you need to plan on those things happening. They can.
Yeah. And I think another thing
Okay.
too that's helped Jay in this stretch of dominance. It is like San Diego upsetting New England. You know what I mean this year, so that he didn't
Oh
have
yeah.
as tough of a challenge to get to the Super Bowl. And then when you're in a one game playoff with a coach like Jay, anything can happen.
There's a big play for Barry. Will he get out of bounds? He does.
It was a flat pass that hit a long gain on his snake eyes.
Yeah. Looks like
Hey, I guess we shouldn't be writing it off. 2 timeouts left. He get the touchdown here and get an onside kick. You never know. He needs to get in the end zone quickly though.
and Young has got a really good must run or I'm sorry, in run.
Oh, he goes to Dudley. He hits the short game on the quarterback's guard, but the J is double teaming.
Yep. Timely call there.
Anybody else, that would have been a touchdown. Any other target,
Yeah.
most likely.
So for runs, in a way, Young may be a better option than Barry would be. And of course, Jay's looking run, short pass touchdown. Now you have to go for two, but you're still in the game. I mean, if you get an onsider, you've still got 2 timeouts left.
Especially if you convert the 2 point conversion.
Yeah.
It's all about the onside kick, though.
Yeah. This is not dissimilar to the way the NFC Championship game ended, where I got a late touchdown sitting on only 2 timeouts, not 3, and I didn't get the onsider. But yep, that's the crucial point coming up here. Even if you don't make the 2-point conversion, if you get the onsider, you can get a touchdown and win the game. So.
Yep.
See what transpires here. Full house being shown. It's a Wonderful Life. James Stewart comes in the backfield.
Oh,
Doesn't
that's
make
wrong.
it. So now he's going to need another touchdown.
Well, this is it. Nope.
Doesn't get it. So going to need a kneel down fumble.
Yeah, even here, I, I
I
would
don't
save
say
my
good.
congrats until afterward. You never
Yeah,
know.
I don't say good game or congrats until the final
I'm
gun's
there.
gone off. Just due to the fact, I'd feel like a jerk if all of a sudden somebody fumble snapped and I end up winning the game, and I'm like, oh, good game.
Yeah. Let's see if no, he didn't even use his timeouts. So I would use them. Just you never know.
Yep.
It's one in like 2,500 or something like that to get a snap fumble, and then you have to get the 50-50 recovery. But just another amazing season for Jay. I can't tell you how impressed I am with his coaching and ability to put together a defense without really worrying about the ratings. I mean, gives you that strong pass rush, good double teaming, and he's able to get it done.
Yep. Averaged 6.2 per play. So his offense did well. 328 yards may not jump out as a whole lot of yards, but 6.2 per play. And what they got 34 points. 7 of them were on a special teams, but 27 points. And the Bears have a very good defense. So nice job of getting points on the board. They weren't turning it over. Bears averaged 7.4 per play and 385 total yards, but only 1 for 8 on third down. So some of their offense was a little chunkier, whereas the Bengals were 4 for 9 on third down. That's to me one of the big stats of this game.
Yeah, there's some Tecmo Cincinnati fan that's been betting the Super Bowl for the Bengals every year and is really happy right now again.
Yeah.
So, but it's funny, like when I get ready to play Rick and I look at that, and he's got 2-6 middle, 2-6 linebackers. Uh, you know, I can't really throw flats all day. He's got good pass rush numbers, so I can't throw short, without worrying about the sacks. Um, and he calls run a fair amount, and I did have that one game where I was able to win in the regular season, but the other regular season game and the playoff game, I just could not stop that offense, and yet Jay does it. He's able to do it. Gets on top and puts the pressure on. It's very impressive.
Okay, it looks like Jay and Rick may be joining soon. We'll keep an eye out for them.
All right, well, I got to get running, but tell them both I said congratulations. Again, impressive season from both of them. Um, the NFC, man, it's a gauntlet to get through Dallas, Seattle, Chicago. I mean, like, there's so many tough teams. So well done to Rick to get there and have a shot at back to back. So I'm going to go ahead and stop presenting and enjoy interviewing them. But that was an amazing season by both of them.
Okay.
I'll talk to you soon.
Take care, Dennis. Hey, guys.
I'm ready to take my lumps, man. Let's go. Bring it on.
Great job by both of you guys. That was a fun game to watch. Congratulations again, Jay. And what a nice season, Rick. I mean, you had a really good season. How'd you guys feel about the game?
I think this game proves that Jay has made a deal with the devil. He really has. Your soul now is, I don't even know where it's going to go.
It's funny you say that because
I mean, Jay had the right call at the right time every time. That's a tough guy to play against when no matter what you do, he's going to have you double team or keyed or whatever. It's tough. But good though. It was a lot of fun. I tried to make it. We made it close. Like I told Jay in the chat, I felt like I was running uphill the whole game, which I think I was. So, but it was fun.
I missed it. Sorry, guys.
Can you hear me, Tim?
Yes.
Okay. Rick, great job. it's funny, the deal with the devil. It's I looked at your team defense, and I haven't seen that many sixes since I saw the movie The Omen. I mean, there are a lot of sixes, but what was big, like little things. My receivers were on fire today. Every receiver check, they were making a hit. I think it was a long gain, guess right, the Big Pen, that was huge. And even if it wasn't for a first down, it would be like a first down look into Coates, and he'd hit a 6 yarder, right? And so it's got me out of run containment. And they made your line so good today. They just kept hitting. And so that was sort of a quiet thing you don't really, see.
I heard it loud and clear, Jay. So it wasn't that quiet to me.
Hey, do you
I
have
found the secret to running. This is how you play against sixes. You roll on your card or you roll receiver. That's a great strategy. You found.
Yeah. Well, we were practicing.
Hey, Jay, do you have an alternate audio source?
Do I?
Jay?
Oh yeah, I'm having
see what I
trouble
can
hearing
find.
Jay.
I can hear you, but it's kind of odd.
Let's see what I can find.
Yeah, I believe I even brought that up during one of the things. It's a guess right look in. You got Kirkland a 6, but it comes up receiver and plus 6 or 7. Those are really important to keep drives going. And I felt like you guys will look at the stats later, but both teams had good average per play. Chicago was only 1 for 9 on third down. So constantly felt like you were getting stuck on third and longs, even though you were probably hitting more big plays than Jay. It seemed like Jay was able to keep the chains moving during the game a lot. So, and I always felt like that's the hardest thing against the Bears with their linebacking crew is keeping the chains moving. I feel like you're almost dependent on big plays playing against Chicago. So.
Test 1, 2, 3. Is this better?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just fortunate. Like I said, we were hitting those. We were hitting those receivers, and they just didn't miss. I don't know that I rolled a defender check, except for we found Bryce Pops 4 a couple times. But that whenever I threw it a 6, I don't think we ever sniffed a defensive rating. So that was fortunate. So yeah, just the kind of little things there. Some crazy big plays, right? The kick return turned into a touchdown that turned into a 60-yarder, and Rick rolled that right in. But then Bates returned one of his own, and that was big. We got the onside kick, but I said Barry's not retired. I kept waiting for Barry to crack, a 60-yarder. Instead, he had a 44-yard dump off to put you, down inside the 10. But we were, I was like, man, we're not getting this onside kick. We're not getting it. At least, you got the guessed wrong end run on Barry and rolled the 5. And so that gave me a little bit of leeway. But Rick, I totally get it too. When you said you're fighting uphill, we just sort of we had that first drive where things just clicked, and then we could never get over the hump, and so we were just fortunate. So Rick played a great game, and I really coming into this game mentally, I was like, watch Barry in the fourth, because I've seen your 2 big runs. Last year, against Vandy let his guard down against Barry in the 4th, and you popped him, boom, boom. And so I think then like you had one play where you rolled the 11 right in between a 28-yarder and a 73-yarder, and so that was I think in the 3rd quarter. But I know we were fortunate enough we called a run on one play. You rolled a 3, that would have been a big hit. But I kept expecting. I was waiting for Steve Young. All right, you had those Steve Young silver bullets there. I thought, this is Steve Young run. You threw a pass to Leslie Shepard for a touchdown or something. But this is Steve Young. I didn't hit on those. So
you stopped me. I think you stopped me 3 times inside the 10, and I just could not I think I had one where I had all three were guessed wrong and couldn't get it.
Yeah. And, absolutely. That's what it takes, right? And
But that's strat, man.
yeah.
Hey, well, look on the bright side, both you guys. You never have to see Barry again. Gone forever. Gone forever.
We'll have to hit a reboot, start over again in '88 in about 10 years. So, so that's he's been a treat, that's for sure. So now I guess it'll be the James Stewart show.
It will be. That's not quite the same show, but it'll have to do. I tell you, man, when Jay asked me to be in the league, I mean, I've pared it down to I'm only in 2 other leagues. I'm like, man, do I really want to commit to another league? And then, wait, this team has Barry in 95? Okay, I'm in.
Twist my arm, right?
I'm gonna have that Barry. I'm gonna have the Barry 97 card. Oh, I can't pass that up.
Yeah, and a pretty good quarterback to handcuff with it.
It didn't hurt to have Steve Young.
Yeah. So
yeah, well now I don't even have Steve Young. We'll have Damon Hewer. So I'm gonna have to work now. I'm gonna have to actually coach.
We all are, right? I mean, we're all getting old, literally and figuratively, with our teams. They're all turning up.
That's true. Well, Jay, you have the greatest team in history that won a Tecmo Bowl with 2-0 cornerbacks. That's quite an accomplishment. That's an amazing accomplishment.
You get some thank you. The dice helped today. Appreciate that. The dice definitely helped. So that's for sure.
I think. Well, Tim, how well do you have to coach to win with 2-0s? And you get cornerback. You got to be a pretty good coach.
Or just roll better than your opponent. So it never hurts. But thank you. Guys, I gotta sign off. Rick, really appreciate it. Great job. Tim, thanks for helping. You guys can make fun of me behind my back. But there's going to be major turnover with all the, like Aikman's gone, Elway's gone, Marino's gone, basically. And obviously Young and Barry are gone. We'll see if we make some way for the new guys or if we just reload and come back at it. So.
It'll be fun, no matter what.
Well,
thanks, guys. Thanks, Jay. Congrats again.
Thanks, buddy. We'll see you.
You guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
You too, Rick.
All right, congratulations to both of you guys. And Dennis said the same thing. He wanted me to pass it along. He was on the broadcast earlier. So you guys have a great weekend. And 7 is a lot, Jay. Going for 8 now.
Not just 7.
Lucky 7.
Undefeated.
Yeah, no, never did an undefeated. Never did that.
No, undefeated in Tecmo Bowls.
No, Tim got me. Tim got me a couple years ago.
Oh, you did lose it?
Yeah, we got the one blemish on his record in '96. So.
All right. Well, good job. That makes my heart a little warmer.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Take care, guys.
We'll see you later.
Take care, guys.
Tim, enjoy the day, man.
Hey, you too, Rick. You had a great season, man. Don't feel bad about it. Hey, how many different times do you get to play with a team that gets to the conference championship over and over and over and over? You've been there a lot in a row.
I mean, Steve Billing gets a lot of credit, man. That guy left me with a full, he did not leave the cupboard bare, man. He left it full with overstock. So, but yeah, man, I didn't, my team had, you were the team that was best matched against me because you had the pass rush. So you were the one that I thought would, but I had the luck that Jay had in the Tecmo Bowl that I just got the rolls. So.
Yeah, I don't think I think it was almost a coin flip game. If we were to come down to the percentages, it was like somebody's 51 or 52% chance of winning in our games. And I agree. I actually felt like the matchup was better for me against the Bears by far than the 49ers. Just the way the, pass block, pass rushers, things match up, just little things. I felt like it was a better matchup for me than San Francisco was, but I knew it was a equally tough team to facing the 49ers. 49ers were a really good team this year too. I felt
Oh,
like
yeah,
I felt like
absolutely.
them and Seattle were right there with Chicago and Dallas. So
Well, and then the other, I thought New England was crazy good.
yeah,
And then you have Terrell Davis. I mean, and so you have Jay that blew through both those guys like they were hot knife through butter. So
right.
too good, just too good. What do you say?
Yeah, we'll I'm sure have less weapons, but we'll have just as good of battles again next year. That's going to be fun.
I will. I
Always
will.
playing with new guys, and I won't have Charlie, or rather, I won't have Jamal Anderson in the same setting as his 96, 98 seasons. You won't have Barry, but we'll figure out a way to have fun games again, I'm sure.
I'm sure we will. We'll scratch and claw our way into battles.
Yeah. Well, congratulations again, Rick, and hope you have a great weekend, buddy.
You too, Tim. Take care.
Take care. Signing off here in Dallas.